students. We are here at Aetherhaus tonight, and we will be beginning soon. There are a few announcements that we would like to, announce. First off, Aetherhaus Academy would like to remind students that blood sacrifice on school grounds is prohibited. If you wish to either research or practice the topic, you must file for a permit at the main office and be accompanied by an advisor at all times. It's simply practical. I just can't be splashing blood everywhere willy-nilly. It leaves quite the mess and it stains. As a further reminder, school dues are to be paid by the end of the week. If the dues are not paid, a hold will be put on your records and your transport key or scrying subscriptions will be suspended until payment is made. Of course, you can make payments at the main office. Just remember to make a note regarding what this is for, and that's your dues, your student dues. We would like them paid soon in order to keep the school going. That would be absolutely delightful. And I think that should be it for now, my dears. I hope that you got all of your materials and that you have your coursework downloaded and are ready to go. Yes, well, I will speak to you soon. Yes, definitely. Oh, well, I won't see you, but I'll type to you? Oh, I know. I'll tweet at you. Isn't that what you young people do these days? Yes, of course. Alright. Just give me a moment. Oh, what's going on? No. Balthus? Stay away from those. Balthus! Don't do that! Oh.
You enjoy your testing. I apologize for not being around. I was in a different place. I was traveling.
Yes, it was interesting seeing all the magic.
Actually, what was your favorite part?
I think just seeing everything that it could do. I've seen the threads, but none of the other things. Arcane.
Your cosmic sight. See, I love it. Tell me more. What threads did you see?
I don't know. Sometimes I would see them and I didn't know what they were. And then after a while, I started to realize what was going on.
You were seeing magic.
Yes.
Oh, that is really interesting. So Nix, where did that name come from? It sounds very Greek, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Interesting.
That's probably more of a question for my parents.
Or it could be your chosen name, if that's exactly the name that you want.
Yeah, that's true.
Well then, do you have questions for me?
How long have you been doing enchantment?
Oh, many lifetimes.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's been a very long time that I've been doing magic.
Oh, interesting.
In fact, a lot of my jewelry actually indicates some of the places that I have been, that I have seen. Yes, all of them.
Did you grow up around magic?
Yes, actually I did grow up around magic. My mother is a full magic user, if you will. I had the sight at a very young age. And I think that I was able to spread magic elsewhere on a very early age. So yes, magic was always all around me. I always saw the connections. I had the cosmic sight very, very early.
Is it nice being around? It must have been nice being around people who understood what you were seeing.
Not all the time. With the cosmic sight, it often adds a bit of a burden for a foe. People seem to think that you're crazy, that you are making things up, and oftentimes it isolates you to a point that you don't want to tell the truth anymore because nobody wants to listen to you. And it's unfortunate that some of our magic users who have the cosmic sight don't come out because they're too afraid to show their power. So I commend you for coming out and learning more about your cosmic sight.
Once I found the school, I knew I had to learn more. I didn't know that other people saw what I saw.
How did you find us?
I heard rumors and I heard things, and when I really started looking, it's not that hard when you start looking.
No, fair enough, fair enough. You are quite a fascinating student. I am very, very excited to have you. You seem to be very promising.
Oh,
In fact, I've seen a few things about your next.
oh really?
Yes. Things that I will keep close to the vest because, sometimes things change. Just like the wind, just like anything else. So, we do have a lesson today. Are you ready to embark on your first lesson?
Oh, I don't think I have a choice.
No, you don't. Not at all. But I think you might enjoy it. I think it'll be very easy for you, for somebody who has cosmic sight. I'm actually very curious how the others will do because it is not an easy task.
Oh, well, I hope I'll do well then.
I think you will do just fine. But, how's your tea? Is your tea still warm?
Yes, yes it is.
Mine might be getting a little cold. Before I get some more tea. Blue. An interesting color there. I realized that it is different than my hair. I should probably change my hair to blue.
Yeah, apparently these are the enchantment robes, so.
Apparently, I've been gone for some time, but yes, it is blue. I had forgotten it was blue. Matches your lipstick? Is your lipstick blue?
Just a little blue.
It's very pretty. So, you've never been around magic. Your name is Neeks. It's actually a very magical name.
Is it?
Yes. You should do some research in the library.
I've never thought about that.
I'm sure that Miss Song would help you find out what your name means.
I'll have to go to the library and see then. It'd be interesting if it is a magical name.
Anything else I can answer for you?
What is it about enchantment that you like?
Oh. I like being able to plan around the things that I see, and I like to be surprised by the things that I don't. I think it's very fascinating when you can see things beyond what is supposed to be there, and with somebody else's choice or action, it changes what was there. So humanity is really what makes me excited about enchantment.
You can really see the changes in what could have been. I never thought about it that way.
Yes. Well, so you see the lines and the connections, no?
Yes.
So anytime a line intersects, that is the enchantment moment. It could always be changed by another line intersecting. Just like traffic, when it cuts you off. Apparently, that's what I've heard the morons talk about.
Yes. Traffic.
Yes. Yeah. I don't really drive much, but I've seen it. And it's not fun for people.
No, it's not. As someone who has driven in traffic.
Yes. Well, interesting. Can I see your ring? Your mother gave it to you, no?
Yes.
It was given to her by her mother
Yes, it is.
and her mother. That's been passed around for quite so many generations. Is that a pink ruby?
Yes, Ruby.
That is very pretty. You should hold on to that. It is a very valuable item.
Oh, really? It has been a family heirloom for years.
Hold on to
Well,
it.
generations, really.
We should teach you how to enchant it with protections in case someone tries to take that from you. I need to make a note with Miss Song about that. Interesting. I gotta get a hold of Miss Song.
Someone going to try and take it from me?
I mean, that's not exactly what I saw. No, I don't think anybody's gonna take it from you. Do you think someone's gonna take it from you?
I don't know.
Interesting. No, I don't think anyone's gonna take it.
Okay.
But I would still protect it. Quite valuable.
Yes. I think that my mother would not be very happy if I lost it.
No, your grandmother.
Yes.
Jewelry is very, very valuable in enchantment. You can hide things within it. That's why I wear quite a bit of jewelry. Also stores memories. Good memories. At any rate, I know that I was supposed to have a staff meeting sometime before my lesson. I've been gone for some time, so I needed to catch up with some of the other staff members. Yes.
How long have you been gone?
What's today?
Wednesday.
What day?
What day is it? 28th?
What month?
January.
What year?
2020.
I've only been gone 6 months.
Oh, well, still significant time.
6 months, yes. Wait, just out, right? Just out. Short hair is in style right now. Yes?
I think almost every hairstyle is in style right now.
Whew, okay, because I thought that I might have to change my outfit to fit it in a little bit better. It happens.
We're both wearing black, so.
Black is in now.
Yes. Well, I would say so.
We're good. Good. Part of our uniform now.
Alright, got it.
Perfect. I like your hat. It's okay. Are you gonna add things to it?
Well, it's already black, so.
So add here and there. I'm gonna find your right pin to put in there. That'd be really cute. All right. We should get to the library so you can research your name. And Miss Song, Miss Song, where's Miss Song at?
Yes. Yes, Professor.
Was there supposed to be a staff meeting anytime soon?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Was there supposed to be a staff meeting anytime soon?
It wasn't on the schedule, but if you'd like, I could call the professors.
That would be wonderful. Makes it easier. I need to catch up on some information. Yes. You should prepare for our first lesson.
Okay. I guess I will see you.
Hopefully.
Yes.
I know. I will see you. Yes.
Well, we do a class.
Right. Yes. I have an assignment to give you. I should give you. I will give you later.
Yes.
Wonderful. Where is Miss Song? Where are we meeting for staff?
In the classroom.
Oh. Wonderful. Well, he's only been alone. Don't leave me yet.
Okay.
We'll just we'll wait for the staff to show up, and then you don't mind. I get a little afraid sometimes being alone. I travel alone a lot, and it gets very scary sometimes.
Well, why do you travel alone then? So?
Because there's only few of us who can do what I do.
What is that?
Travel, of course.
Travel what way?
Oh, travel across time?
Across time?
Yes.
Is that possible?
With enchantment and divination and looking into cosmic sights, yes.
Oh. Wow. I did not know that.
There's
Ratio.
much to learn.
The ratio of what?
The ratio of magical energy,
Staff
kinetic
meeting.
energy.
Tell us
Yes.
later. The button.
So there's a lot of theories on that one, obviously, but that's about the point. Hello there.
Hello?
Professor Delphine.
Yes.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing alright. Professor
Zhao, yes,
Yes.
I remember.
Oh.
I've seen you.
when? Oh, right. Never mind.
Calvin?
Ah, yes, it's been wonderful having you here.
Oh,
Have you been able to see the orbs, the new orbs?
Yes, it's quite a bit since I've
See,
seen
you
the
can
past.
even say hi.
You can say hi.
Hello, students.
Is that how that works?
More or less.
Interesting.
Yes.
So you just go up and you say hi.
Yes. Well, it means it also allows us to teach more than what's just in this classroom to an extended area. Like a phoenix, is what I heard.
Like a phoenix.
Like a phoenix.
I'm pretty certain that's not how the analogy goes.
Well, you know,
There's quite one.
Well, I mean, you rise from the ashes, and ashes are like cigarettes, and cigarettes are like butts, and then butts are behind things, and behind all that technology is our ability to reach the beyond.
That's not how that works.
How does it work?
How does it work?
Why are you asking me?
Because you said it first.
I don't think that's a proper analogy, is more or less it.
Okay.
But why don't you reach out again?
Hi, students. Do you like emojis? I just learned what those are. They're really, really interesting. I guess they're supposed to be really, really expressive, like this, or.
I'm sorry, what is this that you're talking about?
Oh, these things in the communications called emojis. So. Emojis. So whenever you write a thing, but you just want them to make sure that they don't misunderstand you, you punctuate it with an emoji.
It's to show expression or an intention.
No, why would you put that with your words?
Because there is a
Some
different,
people aren't clear at writing.
or sometimes writing is confusing. Like
So you draw it.
Yes, there's no tone. It's a set group of symbols to convey emotion or intent.
it's like you could see the words "get over here" in different ways. So if you're happy, you could say "get over here," or you could be angry, like "get over here." And sometimes that doesn't really work whenever you're communicating. So you just have to add an emoji. This way, they're not confused.
So but it's just in your writing. Or do you actually say that I'm going to do it in the mojo?
I think it's only done in writing.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. It's ideography.
So I am supposed to now...
More with text communication.
Excuse me?
Text communication. Text.
Text.
Yes.
Writing.
Sort of.
Yes.
Oh.
With a pen and paper.
No, probably more with
Quill
electronic
and
devices from the mundane world.
Right. Electronic.
Yes, in fact, if I were to use a better analogy, these scrying devices function more similarly to those.
Yeah, like on your
Communication
tablet.
Devices. Yes.
Oh! Like these mini tablets.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
I see.
Yes, your tablets.
Yes.
I see. Miss Song has been sending a bunch of communication texts.
Yes.
I
Yes.
see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Alright, I understand these now.
Mm-hmm.
It's also useful for more permanent storage.
Permanent storage.
Yes. So it doesn't get lost. Kind of like a library, except it can't be burned down so easily.
It's a mini library?
Yes. You can certainly use it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many things to put in there.
Oh, okay. Like what?
Like my memories. Oh, hold on.
Okay.
I haven't reached that problem yet myself.
No, I lost it. Okay. But have you...
Professor Uto.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Hello.
No, hello.
No,
We
I
are
just have
quite
to
honored
talk.
that you are here with us today.
Hi.
We appreciate that you have come from so far away to join us here at Aetherhaus Academy. Professor,
Professor?
Maximilian.
Hello?
I understand that there have been some questions concerning the current affairs here at the Academy. I wish to assure you that everything is well in hand. We have had, of course, some small amount of problems with our new scrying devices. I guarantee you that they will be corrected. If there is anyone in the beyond now who is watching any sort of interactions that they shouldn't be watching, perhaps spying on professors during their private conversation, I would encourage them to make better choices. For there's very few things that we do not see here at Aetherhaus. And the punishments will be strict, should you be caught. Regardless, you have a course to teach today, do you not?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. If you wouldn't mind, I would like to speak to the students for just a brief moment before you begin your class.
But of course, take your time. I had a feeling you would.
Thank you. I will summon the students, and when the time comes, I will come and find you.
Wonderful.
Enjoy whatever you like in the teacher's lounge.
Oh, I shall. Thank you. What hot water?
Ciao.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, yes, students.
Do not talk to them, Calvin.
What?
Who is he supposed to talk to then?
They are currently spying on you. Were you aware that they were watching?
Isn't that the point of having them there?
We will interact with the students during designated times. If they have found a way to breach our security and spy upon you while you were in your private conversations here at the school, I think that that would be rather disastrous, don't you?
What was that saying that Professor Brookson used?
Don't
Don't
spy
get
on our...
caught?
I was about to say don't spy on our privates.
Thank you both.
Thumbs up and mojo, if you understand.
I'm glad that we're alone. I know that you've been watching. I also know that you witnessed something or think that you witnessed something last class. I will tell you now that there is absolutely nothing that I wouldn't do to protect this academy. The dignity and the sacred art that is taught here. There is very little that I wouldn't do to ensure that its secrets are kept safe. If you students out there find yourself meddling in things that you do not understand, I warn you, you may not like what you find. Send in the students, please. Take your seats. Ms. Williams,
Yes, Professor.
is there a reason that you're not wearing your robe?
Oh, no, Professor. I just simply forgot. I apologize. I'll make sure I wear it from now on.
Do you understand what those robes represent, Ms. Williams?
That we are in a learning environment, as well as they are for our safety, since they are lab robes as well.
Each of you have been gifted a robe by the Academy. This robe will be worn at all times when practicing the magical arts. I do not wish to repeat this. It will lessen the effects of harmful magics that may be placed upon you. If you do not wear your robes, we at the Academy cannot ensure your safety. Each of you have been given a color. Cortez,
Yes.
do you have something to say?
No, I was just concerned for my own safety, as you mentioned how they're protect us, and I was almost punched
I
by
apologize.
my lovely CPU partner.
Cortez, if you have something to say, you will raise your hand and ask permission to speak. That permission will then be granted to you by the professor, and you will then convey whatever insolent information you wish to impart on the professor. Meanwhile, the rest of us are going to continue with our educational experience. Do you mind? Yes, Cortez.
Now you can continue.
Thank you, Cortez. As I was saying, Ms. Williams, robes must be worn at all times. They are intended to protect you, to ensure your own safety. They are warded and must be worn. Do we have any questions regarding your robes?
No, Professor. It
Excellent.
won't happen again.
Thank you. Each of you has your grimoire, and each of you has your wand. Some of you have already achieved circles that have progressed your journey through the magical arts. Some of you have progressed further than others. I entreat all of you to take this with the utmost seriousness. This is not a luxury. This is not something that you should pay poor attention to. Your grimoires will contain the essence of your journey and the culmination of your magical learnings. If you lose them, if you do not protect them, that magical learning will also be lost. We rely on the written word as magic users. It carries us. The spoken word is how we cast, but the written word is what gives us our intention. Without intention, we have nothing. We are scrambling amidst the chaos. Mr. Endergrove,
Yes, Professor.
come to the front of the class. Where is your wand, Mr. Endergrove?
I left it on the table, Professor.
Why would I bring you to the front of the class, Mr. Endergrove?
I suppose to teach us something or to teach me something, Professor.
And what are we teaching here at the Academy, Mr. Endergrove?
Magic?
And what do you need to cast magic?
Wand?
What did you come to the front of the class without?
With nothing, Professor. I apologize.
What will you not come to the front of the class without again?
Excuses, Professor.
Correct, Mr. Endergrove. Correct. Now then, show me the 3 positions for casting spells. What is that stance known as?
It is to cast.
All of these positions cast, Mr. Endergrove. Can you help him, Ms. Umbrella?
Yes.
What are the 3 positions? Stand here and show Mr. Endergrove, since clearly the path of geomancy requires one to not pay attention.
Attack.
Correct.
Ready?
Correct.
Defend.
Correct. Once again, you have shown yourself to be a quick study. Now then, Mr. Indegrav, can you please repeat the 3 magical positions?
Attack. Ready. Defend.
Excellent. You may both sit down. Oseo. Please, Ms. Oseo, to the front of the class. Do you recognize this device?
Yes,
What is it?
it's what you told us not to touch last class.
That is not its technical term, Miss Oseo. What is it? Do any of you recognize this item? Anyone? You do not recognize.
It holds spirits. So,
Yes, it holds spirits. That is correct. Ms. Cortez. Do you recognize this device?
not by name. I just remember that's the thing you told us to do not touch.
You were requested to not touch this item.
Yes.
Excellent. At least we're making some progress, even though you were not paying attention to the device's technical name. What is inside of this device, Ms. Cortez?
If I'm not supposed to touch it, how should I know what's inside it?
You would not know. Do you think that I know what is in this device? Ms. Williams,
Yes, Professor.
do you think that I know what is within this device?
I would assume you would know what was in the device.
Do you know what is inside of this device?
I have no idea what's in that device, Professor.
What am I to do if I suspect that this device has been tampered with? What if I told you that someone opened that device?
Who did it?
Take a step forward, please, to the front of the class. I want you to cast a truth spell
Alright.
on Ms. Obretta.
Sorry, not sorry, I guess. Alright, carajo, carajo, carajo.
Who is responsible for opening the device?
Miss Williams.
Ms. Williams is responsible for opening this spirit lock. Ms. Williams, is this true?
It is, Professor.
To the front of the class, Williams, now. Take a seat, Cortez. Ms. Oseo. Now then, you opened this lock
Yes, Professor.
when you were told specifically not to open it.
You told us not to get out of our seats, I believe. I didn't get out of my seat to get it.
Is this true?
Yes, Professor. She cast a spell and had it levitate towards her.
How did you open it? The
Well-
combination.
Well, you kept saying that magic is the key, so I used magic, and then the letter K, because it's the key.
And what was inside the spirit lock.
A key?
That is correct, Ms. Williams. Take a seat.
Thank you, Professor.
You have been caught, Ms. Williams. You have earned a demerit. That means that one circle of learning will be removed from your grimoire. I wonder what the punishment should be for the rest of you. Yes, Ms.
What?
Cortez in the back.
Why are we getting punished? We're innocent bystanders. She decided to use magic and go against your wishes.
Shh. You're innocent.
Yeah.
When I asked you who opened the lock, what did you say?
I ain't no snitch, okay? So I'm not gonna rat out who did it. But I didn't do anything.
You lied to me.
Is an omission of the truth a lie?
Yes.
Well,
I will decide. Yes, Miss Williams.
To be fair, Professor, you did also continue to say that magic is the key and also show off this thing to have us not touch it as if it were an assignment. I just assumed that it was part of your studies and an assignment that had to go along with your class.
Why would I do something like that?
Well, because if you didn't want it opened, wouldn't you ignore it or not have it just left in a classroom for students to tamper with?
An interesting theory. I suppose, have to leave it to you to decide what my intentions were with this. However, as I stated before, Ms. Williams, you have failed that test. The rest of you, perhaps, will find out what your punishment is before the end of this class. In the meanwhile, we have a very special guest with us. She has traveled from a very far, far away land to teach you specifically and take on the role of head of the Enchantment School here at the Academy. I expect each of you to give her your utmost attention. Let's see if you can redeem yourselves, students. Professor, welcome, please.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Hello, hello. You look like trouble already. Interesting. I am Professor Uto. Although I don't like to be called Professor, you can go ahead and call me Delphine for right now. How many of you know about Enchantment? I know that you do next. Anybody else? Yes.
Yes.
And your name?
Verity.
I see. Verity. Interesting. Heard that name before. Tell me, what is House Enchantment do?
Enchantment is incantations that are used to suggest and convince others to do things. Charms and such.
Interesting concept you have there. Anybody else care to elaborate? What's your name?
Rupert Endergroff.
Endergroff. I sense things. Tell me, elaborate on her description of enchantment. What do you think it is?
I always thought that enchantment was not just a charm, but they can also enchant objects as well.
Close. Close. Next, why don't you go ahead and tell them what enchantment really does?
Seeing and manipulating the threads around us of matter.
Yes. You see through objects. You don't simply just charm them. The way you charm something is by looking through it. Like looking through light with a prism, right? White light goes into a prism and the rainbow comes out.
Have some more notes in here because I have to teach all of you this. Don't give that look, young lady. I can hear what's going on in that head of yours without even having to have a vision about it. Yes.
Oh, okay, so then I'm just slightly confused. What's the difference between enchantment and illusions? Because our other professor gave us the same rainbow speech.
It's good. Well, rainbows are a good signifier for a lot of things. But seeing connections between light and darkness is what helps. No? But you tell me, since you're so smart, what do you think enchantment is?
I see you can get the memo. I don't know anything about magic. I just found out it existed not too long ago.
Ah, no, I didn't get the memo. I'm sorry. And what's your name?
Oh, you can call me Zoe.
Zo.
Yeah,
What's that short for?
Zero mana, but most people can't say that.
Ziormara. And since I have not been introduced to you, what's your name?
Jikosa.
Chikosa. That is also a magical name. Interesting. Well, so what, we're supposed to do something. Miss Song? I think I sent Miss Song something. Hold on.
I think you're supposed to teach us stuff.
I lost it again. Thanks for interrupting me. Appreciate it. Ah, yes, enchantment, right. Enchantment is the ability to see connections, much like what Nix has said, between the world and things and to change them and how they interact, yes? That's why it is enchantment, changing the inherent magicalness of an object or a person to affect what it does. Nobody's taking notes.
Professor, are you looking for your notes?
Yes.
It's in your device, in your pocket.
Oh, you mean the device that's in my head now?
Yes, I took your notes there as you asked me to 2 months ago. And to remind you, as you said 2 months ago, since you said you were going to perhaps forget what you were lecturing on at this time.
Right. How do I find that?
It's in the application. It's that little icon that looks in the documents.
Oh. Yes, okay, wait, no, there's another.
No, it's quite alright. You're on the right track. You said you were going to make at least 2 mistakes before you found it.
Oh, I found it! I got it! Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. Right. Where was I? Oh, yes. How do you see connections? Okay. So some of you call a connection an intuition, a gut feeling, yes? Or foresight. Or a third eye. But what you don't know is that what we call it is a cosmic sight. It is your ability to see past what is in front of you, to see through it. So, we're gonna do a couple of things. Do some good notes. Everybody stand up. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Yes. For this one, wands down. We're going to stretch. So everybody, fingers on your eyebrows and press up and up and up and up. Eyes wide now. Eyes open. Eyes closed. Eyes open. Eyes closed. Eyes open. Keep up. I don't see you doing this.
Well, maybe because you need to open your eyes wider.
Maybe you get the hair out of your face so I can actually see your eyes. Thank you. Eyes open. Eyes closed. Eyes open. Eyes closed. Eyes open. Wider.
Students, in the
Eyes
intro,
closed.
you're going to want to follow along.
Yes. Follow along, please. Ready? And eyebrows up and down. Eyes open and closed. Eyebrows up and down. Eyes open and closed. Head to the side. Stretch that out. Stretch that neck out. Yes. Stretch it out. Wonderful. And the other side. Stretch it out. Yes. Perfect. So we're going to do a little bit more eye exercises. We are going to go looking that way. And then that way. That way. And then that way. Up. And then down. Up. And down. One direction. The other. Next direction. And the other. down, up, down, other direction, other direction, up, down, down. You're gonna make circles with your eyes. Ready? And all the way around. All the way around. I don't see you doing it. There we go. Keep looking. Uh-huh. Wonderful. I hope that your stretching works for you so that you can actually have the exercises ready to look at my assignment soon. One more stretch. Arms up. And up. And down. Shake it out. And then go ahead and twirl, because that's supposed to actually help you. Keep twirling. Keep twirling. Actually, that's just for my own amusement. You can go ahead and sit down. That was quite fun. Wonderful. These are your exercises. This is for you. And let me see here. This one's for you. Probably give you the hard one.
I'm not even an enchantment student.
Thank you. So, how many of you have seen what is called a magic art? Anyone? Anyone? No one's seen magic art? No. Wonderful. So, the exercise here, and those for you at home who are watching may see the images in the scrying area. Essentially, what you are supposed to do is defuzz your eyes. So, by holding the picture in front of you, you're going to basically look cross-eyed, which is why we did the exercises, and you're going to pull it away slowly so that the image becomes fuzzy. And see if you can see beyond the pictures. This might take a moment. It might take. Yes?
Move back a step.
How's that? Wonderful.
As lovely as the back of your head is, well, that's all I see.
Is my hairstyle looking okay from the back?
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Does anybody see any of their images yet? No?
I think I see an elephant.
An elephant.
Yes.
Wow. That
Just
is
an outline of one.
interesting that you see an elephant. You might want to try a little harder. Try a little more fuzzier. Not quite an elephant. Did you see it, Miss Osa?
I didn't see an image, but all the colors just jumped out at my face.
Oh, that's exciting. Wow. All the colors jumped out. And what colors do you see?
So all of them, just the whole thing.
I'm glad you're having fun. Well then, I'm going to give you a few moments to figure this out on your own, and I will be back soon. Good luck.
Why is it always fucking rainbows with these people?
Starting to see something.
I'm seeing some things, but I can't see all of
I
it.
see 9s and I see 6s.
I think I see a smiley face. Or I'm dizzy.
It could be both. It could be both. I can see patterns in
I'm
yours.
often dizzy and seeing smiley faces, but not when I'm just looking at paper.
On both of yours, I can see like a straight up pattern in between, and I think mine has the same one.
Yeah, like
but-
squiggly lines.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, but they call them
I can sometimes see like a little bit of it, but not enough to actually see what it's.
Look, I got already shit in my eyeballs. I can't see things, and now they want me to defocus them. I only get one or the other, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Don't think that's how it works. Did that help?
I still see 9s and 6s.
Are you trying to join a cult later or something?
No. Was there anything she said that might have led you to put it on this paper, or is she just like making us put our face really close to the paper, hoping that we'll see something?
I don't know, but this is stupid.
What if there's nothing there? She's just messing with us.
I mean,
that could be a thing.
This does look kind of funny.
You're the enchanter one, so what do you see?
I can see some things, but I can't get the whole picture.
Okay. Can we make up out of anything other than...
I think there's maybe. Wait.
I think it doesn't help because I don't have the most perfect vision as is.
Right? This is a little. We're hindered here. This isn't even fair.
I keep thinking I'm saying an S.
Do you think there's words?
Frustrated with
Because I keep thinking
Little
there's
bit.
words.
Me too.
Right?
What
I
are you
thought I saw a
frustrated
Y and an S.
I see like, I will see like a little bit of like almost cursing, but then I can't read it. Because I can't see it.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Did you
What
guys
if we
hear that?
switch papers?
Did you guys hear anything?
No.
I heard that.
You? Yeah, I heard somebody saying
Maybe.
help me.
Shikosa, can I see your paper?
Do you want to try switching
Maybe.
papers?
Yeah. Cause like I could see more on your paper. Just a
Let's
bit
move it
big.
around a little bit because mine's a different color from yours.
Well, yours has something.
That makes sense, and we'll be seeing different things, so we all have
Wait,
the same
wait.
copy.
Or is it a flower?
Oh, I can see words. I can't read them.
Maybe we gotta just switch papers. One of us will find one.
I see some kind of something on Rupert's paper.
I get it for like a second and then I lose it before I can read it.
I don't know where y'all live at, but where I'm from, there's beaches, and I just see these shells all the time. I don't know if you see that in here.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm
So,
talking
what's
about?
your,
Yeah.
so, what's your paper look like?
I don't know.
Show me
Nick's
yours and
has
I'll
it.
show you mine. Oh.
Phrasing?
What do you
I think I got it.
What do you got?
I see a mushroom.
Oh, mushrooms
A
will help you
mushroom?
see things. What?
Okay.
Well, I mean, some.
Does anyone have a lighter? Maybe it's one of those tricks.
Like to set the paper on fire?
Ye.
I mean, maybe we can try it.
Or a tree. I think it's a tree.
I think you don't see anything.
I think it's a tree.
An elephant tree?
No, just a normal tree.
You say you were hearing things that said "help me." You
Yeah.
wanna call back and be like, "Yo, can you help us?"
Oh, I see it. I see it.
What?
I see it. Yours is a butterfly.
Huh?
Yours is a butterfly.
Is it?
How are we doing with our new professor, class?
Do you want an honest opinion?
Yes, I always want an honest opinion, dude.
Well, not great. We think this might be a butterfly, but that's only 1 out of 5, so I don't really trust those odds.
I suppose it all depends on how you're looking at it, Cortez. Well, far be it from me to interrupt your studies. I'm glad to see that you're paying attention to something, even if it is sticking your nose into a piece of paper. Perhaps these scrolls that I've brought will encourage you to look at things a little more differently. This is your assignment. While the professor concludes her lesson, I expect this to be done. If all 5 of you are successful in accomplishing every aspect of this test, I will remove all demerits placed upon you today. was. If, however, one of you does not complete the test, all of you will receive the same fate, the same demerit as Ms. Williams. Any questions? It is. Did you look at it?
No, I was just curious why it was on my desk.
Pity. You might have learned something.
Alright, guys, I got another question. Is this an egg or an avocado?
I think it's. Oh.
Oh.
Well, this one's an egg.
Think it's an egg?
I don't know why there would be an avocado. I feel like there's more.
Well, there's grapes.
Well, yeah. Also, are there 2 flowers?
Different kinds.
Can't do this with my hat on.
Alright, does anybody have any answers for me?
I think mine is a tree.
A tree.
Yes.
Try again, dear.
I got a question.
Sure.
Is this an egg or an avocado?
Oh, interesting. What do you think it is?
I mean, I would like for it to be an avocado, but
Probably incorrect.
I know. That's why I'm asking the professor of enchantment, since this is enchantment homework.
Yes, but you should be figuring out things on your own, not asking. Any other answers to my
I saw
exercise?
something, but I couldn't figure out what it was.
What did it
I
look
just
like to
threw
you?
it.
Can you throw it? Ah! I see. Well, if you were to hold it there, you
Oh, did I have it upside down?
You did.
Oh, well.
Do you know
I
what
still
that
did.
is?
I do not.
That is a very special symbol. That is called an ankh.
Oh. Well, I drew it upside down.
Very well done, though. I am impressed. It seems that you all should be following the footsteps of Nyx. She understands the way of enchantment.
I saw something like this. I'm not sure if it's right.
It seems that might be incorrect. Oh. You might want to look at it this way.
Oh.
And you?
Yeah, but I'm trying.
I see. Continue on.
You guys had to prove
Hmm? Don't you normally talk to spirits? Isn't that like your thing?
that. Yeah, kind of, I guess. I mean, it makes sense you might be hearing spirits. Okay, does anyone understand anything about this one? Well, there's 7 pictures. There's different number of squares in each one.
I don't know what the N is. Or
But is it an egg or an avocado?
See?
Sorry.
Hi, Professor.
Oh,
Hello, Professor.
sorry. Professor Cookson said that Professor Delphi passed me a message here, but I can't seem to read it. It said it's something to do with your class. What?
Maybe you're here to tell us if this is an egg or an avocado. It's
That looks like a blank piece of paper.
Oh, well, I mean, those all look like strange pieces of paper too, so I don't know what that is. Maybe that's, I could be either. It depends on what color you color it, right? I don't know. What do those squares mean above it, below it?
Aren't you a professor? Does any of the professors know how the homeworks work here?
I didn't assign that to you.
Professor.
Draw on your paper.
What
Professor.
I saw.
Yeah, do I need
It's
to
a
solve
butter-
any of these things to learn geomancy?
Are you
it's
sure
a
about that?
Are you here just to learn geometry?
Do
or
you
are
wanna
here
try
to
and
improve your
see?
magical understanding?
Sure.
But I mean,
At
like,
this
you
point,
saying it's a butterfly
what's
is the
been
same
given to
thing as
me,
me saying Jacobus
these
has a
puzzles,
moon on it.
I'm not sure if I can do the latter.
I mean, it's.
Well, you should try.
Because I see a
Having some
moon on
knowledge
yours, Jacobus.
Of any of these other disciplines
No, maybe
will
I'm
help
lying.
improve your geomancy as well,
What
in
is
some way,
this?
shape, or form.
It looks like a
I guess
flower.
so.
Isn't
It's
it?
just giving me a headache.
Maybe you
It
shouldn't
looks. It reminds me of fuchsias.
crinkle the paper, so
It's a
flatten it out.
Okay.
Orchid. No. Well, orchid fits. Orchid fits in either.
Look past it.
That's why I'm wondering if that's an egg or an avocado.
Wait, there was something on here before. Crookson!
Got it.
I don't know if this is right.
Shasta, you say you're hearing things. Why don't you talk to the spirit and ask the
What's
question?
up?
I don't know.
This is what you special.
What do you mean you don't know what is right?
This.
Why don't you try?
What are you talking about? I mean, I'm not that good at talking to spirits.
You have to practice.
It is. But then I
Right
don't know
now,
what these two are.
We're just going at it. You can maybe ask the spirit.
What about the upper half?
I don't know what I would ask them.
Did you like?
Hey guys, if I ask a spirit, what should I ask it? Because they're very specific.
Well, it's just asking you for help, right?
Well, it's a, oh yeah, well,
So shouldn't you ask what it
Rupert's
wants?
trying to get me to talk to the spirits to get them to help us with this.
Is that how it normally works? Maybe you should just ignore it.
Do we have anything
Do
else
you
we can
normally
try?
hear spirits like that? I mean, sometimes. But everyone.
No,
I thought it was just mundane people that don't.
no, you're crazy. You hear stuff.
You're not crazy.
I mean, we're all a little crazy. That's true.
Okay, well, so then why don't I?
Just call it. See what happens.
It's
It's better than this.
Professor, wait.
Oh boy.
Are you, what?
Did you get the same letter from Professor Cookson?
He has some. No, it's a message from Professor Crookson.
Is
Oh,
it?
Yeah, are you sure
Is it
about
that
that?
same one that the other professor just came in with? And couldn't read?
I don't know. How are you doing on your assignments?
Fabulous.
Not.
Well, what do you have?
Not much. Not a whole lot.
Okay, so what do you have?
headache.
Symbols.
Symbols, okay. Obviously, there are 7 of them,
And there are 5 papers.
and there are 5 papers.
So either one of us has multiple symbols on one
Mhm.
paper.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to look at mine?
But my symbol's not on this.
What's your symbol?
It was an Og.
Well, okay. She seems to have an affinity, clearly, with Egyptian stuff. Did you talk to her about that?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, I assumed you got at least
But I
that.
mean, yours has this butterfly on it.
Yeah, but I don't all of her papers have the scarab. And then there's her last name, and then you have an and then these are probably symbols.
Mm-hmm.
So
But does that help us figure this
I
out?
don't know.
I mean, I went to Egypt once, but I didn't see much that would help us with this.
Can I see yours? I was looking at your assignment. Okay.
What if it's not an egg or an avocado? Yeah, I don't know what else it would be though.
But so even if it's an egg, what about the top half?
See, the thing is that any word that I've got that could fill out the bottom would be the top.
It wouldn't.
They all fill out the
I
bottom.
have
Yeah,
ideas,
but what do you
but
think the
there
top
isn't
would
a whole lot of information
But
here.
also, I don't know what to
I
do
think we're
with
missing
skirt.
something in either
Huh.
the lecture or
I mean, you seem to be pretty far ahead.
See,
Well,
correct,
I'm still
that'd
not
be
sure if that's an
insane.
egg.
Hmm.
That's all I got.
You had a very good question.
I have those.
An egg? It's an egg. Yes. Shh.
I want to go down, guys,
Maybe it is
that I was
plural.
right on something.
But it's just weird that it would. The Greeks make sense because they're plural.
Hmm. I mean, the only thing I could think of is that
Symbols are
this is a visual test, right?
I think they're the coordinates for what goes here,
Okay.
but we're missing information.
It
Yeah.
probably helps if you think very, very visually about some of these symbols. I mean, the enchantment is all about looking at it a different way.
The highest the numbers go before the n is 7. There's 7 pictures. But the highest the numbers after the n go is 11.
So it's telling us which symbol and then how far down.
So,
But I don't know how to fill the top out.
I don't think it's how far down because one of them is 11 and there isn't 11
Well,
squares.
if you start at the top and then you go all the way down.
It's not 11 though. It's more than 11.
The butterfly has 13. And the egg is.
And there's no 13 marker.
But it's talking about. Yeah, on the ones that say 11, it's referring to the egg. And the butterfly. So it does fit.
If you could ask Professor Uto any particular question, what would you want to ask her?
Why does she hate us?
Is it
Okay, I can ask her why does she hate
There's
you.
a 12.
I was trying to be helpful.
There's a 12.
There's a 12
On what number?
Wait,
on the
give
flat
them
on the
rules not to leave our
on the
seats.
7th one.
So that would be the last one.
Yeah, I mean it's possible they just don't get down that far.
Well, no, but look, the 7th picture has 12 squares.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'll go down.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mr. Endergroff, do you have a question?
is it against the rules for us to get up out of our seats?
do you think
That's
some of them
I don't
have
know.
space?
Did someone
As in,
say
like,
that you can
inside
get out of your
that
seat?
new word?
No, so I suppose we can, instead of hovering around here to get
Possible.
up.
I still don't know how
If
to-
it helps you make sure that your homework is finished, then do what you need. Just don't cheat.
Are you looking at that box
You're
again?
doing that again? You're just gonna find the same thing.
Magic is the key, right? Let's see if
The key's gonna help what?
But you might
If you find it's an egg or an avocado. Oh, I love peacocks. They're my favorite bird. Oh my gosh, do you want to see something?
I heard of that.
Alright, talk to the spirit. Can I see yours?
What if we put all of our papers together?
And then what?
It's better than just talking.
How about we
Still
help
can't
this
do this
spirit
with my hat on.
instead?
Where'd you get this book?
Different.
Over there somewhere, I think.
There's a key on it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I
Well,
got
this
it.
is just a coincidence, but
Don't really think
maybe it's just for the aesthetic.
I I'm not sure though.
Why don't we try casting spells? I feel like that's a lot more fun than this. Summon that spirit.
Hey, yours is grapes.
Mine is grapes.
It's these grapes.
I thought I saw a bunch of circles, but I didn't know what they were.
Yeah, yours is grapes. Wait.
What?
Yes.
You're the enchanter. This one says grapes.
It says it, or is it the
No, it's a picture of grapes.
Picture. What does yours have? Nonk. Yours is.
Is it a or is it your egg? Because that's the only one with a similar symbol.
Is the sixth one pen or ink?
I put it as ink. You have the egg. This is the egg.
Mine's the egg.
Yours is the egg.
Okay.
But it doesn't fit in the.
Okay,
I
so
don't know.
I have the
May I
egg.
see yours?
You
I
have
think mine is the orchid.
The grapes.
the grapes. Yours is thinking the orchid.
It's probably why I'm having such a hard time seeing it.
So
But there's 7 pictures and 5 of us.
we missing 2 students?
That doesn't sound surprising from this school.
I think it's the orchid. The lines are hard to read.
Yeah,
and
it's
not
really
staying
difficult
straight.
to read. It might be the orchid.
Okay. So the egg, the grape.
It's also probably why I'm getting such weird.
I think
Readings
the grapes
from it.
are red. Oh. Is the top part colors?
It might be.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Oh wait, Roy did.
You forgot indigo and violet.
Indigo and violet.
Mm-hmm.
Red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, violet.
Yeah, I think yours is the orchid.
Okay.
Red.
Well, then it wouldn't make sense for this one to be orange if this is green. Or maybe it's the grapes?
So-
No, you already.
Why don't I just
No,
do
it's
this?
it's in the
On top of
order.
mine,
It's in the order of
write the
where you
egg.
did.
Yours is the orchid.
Violet, not purple.
Oh, it's red.
So first one is red.
So yes.
So
orange,
red.
Yellow,
and
green,
then
blue, indigo, violet.
Red.
Okay. So then, what is? So if it's eggs, what did you have for the first one? Is it birds?
Yeah.
Are we just adding S's to the ends of things that don't fit
That's
now?
what I'm doing.
So we know red, orange, yellow.
I would put peacock, but it's hard. That was a really nice picture.
Seems fitting.
Indigo.
Okay, we're just putting S's at the ends of things.
Yeah.
Goes.
Oh wait, what was the last one?
Flower? Okay, I heard that one.
Why don't you try?
Do you want to try and talk to this?
It's possible. Violet.
Oh. Is it like? Because see, the first square here says 1, so maybe we're talking down from the first.
Am I invisible to you right now? What makes you think that speaking with Miss Umbretta while she is working is acceptable within this class?
I thought we were allowed to work together, since she needs all 5 of us to have it solved.
How am I to judge each of your individual merits if all of you copy off the smartest student in the room.
We're not copying off of Verity.
We were helping each other. I was just now.
Ms. Oseo, we all have our very individual talents, skills that make us special. Do you know what yours is?
No.
What about you, Cortez? What makes you special?
Well, I thought it would be to see past the bullshit, but I guess that's what enchantment does, so maybe my special talent is to create bullshit.
I would agree. You are a master already of creating, as you say, bullshit. In fact, I am mind-boggled by how much bullshit you were able to produce in a single class.
Thank you.
Miss... No. Mr. Endergroff,
Yes, Professor.
do you know the answers to this test?
Not quite yet, but I'm doing what I can.
And did you learn anything last lesson? Any of you? Last lesson. What was it? No one. Ms. Williams, you have a smug look on your face, which is unsurprising. But this one tells me that perhaps you have an answer and you're not sharing it.
Well, magic is the key, Professor.
Clever. Magic is the key. What would that mean? Why would we use magic? How would we use magic? What does magic do for us? Each of you have been imbued with powers that others could only dream of. But if you do not hone your skills, if you do not focus your abilities, you are not only a danger to yourselves, but the entire world. And I will not allow one of you to cause harm. Each of you will be trained, you will learn at this academy, and when you are done, you will be wizards of note. Is that understood?
Yes, Professor.
Cortez, I didn't hear a yes, Professor.
Yes, man.
Do you want to talk to that spirit now? Rose, Daisy, Clover, summon.
Try it again.
Rose, Daisy, Clover, summon. What do you need help with? Why are you crying? Who hurt you?
Alveris Torum Forte, speak.
He is speaking.
What do you
I'm
need
gonna
help
force
with?
it.
Avecu Normus Sato, answer!
You can't force it, Verity. They're spirits.
I can't help you unless you answer. Sempium Forte Noe, answer!
Verity, just leave him alone.
What if we just say yes? I mean, what's the worst that's gonna help? Yeah, sure, we'll help you, dude.
How do we help
How
you?
do we help you, though?
That was something.
So, and what is it that you think you're doing?
From grapes.
I see. Back to your seat, please. And untuck that cloak.
It's a safety hazard.
Is it? Yeah. Perhaps you should go to a enchanting tailor. Might help you. Anybody have the answers to my puzzles? How about the exercises?
Well, I looked at all of them.
And what did you see?
You had grapes. You
Excellent.
had the egg.
Excellent.
Later had the orchid. Possibly.
Let me see.
It was hard to see. There was a lot of lines.
Not the lines. Lighting. You have the hourglass.
Oh, hourglass. That makes more sense.
We are still missing one more.
Oh, me? They think it's a butterfly.
They think
Yeah,
it's a butterfly.
yeah.
Do you?
I think it's a bunch of, fuzz.
Fuzz.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good word. Yes.
So each of these papers have a image,
Mm-hmm.
and there are currently 7 images, and there are 5 papers. Does that mean that in one of our papers there's an extra symbol?
What makes you think that the pictures are connected to the puzzle?
Because they're both enchantment homes. I don't know.
It's interesting that you tried to connect them. Sometimes things aren't always connected.
Great.
Anybody get that? What did you have an issue with?
It looked like I was getting something and then it didn't.
I see. What part did you not get?
I think I have some of these words wrong.
Looks like you are very close to me.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Well done. I am very impressed with you, Nix. The rest of you, I
do we get in trouble with, if we don't all get it?
Me.
Is that a wand? Whose wand is that? Maybe who the spirit was before?
That's not, I mean, it's not a student's wand. Are detection spells a thing?
Maybe?
Aren't
we
you
see
supposed to
who
be
owns
the smart
it?
one? What do you mean, maybe?
I don't know, you try.
I don't know what I'm doing. Do you want me to blow up this place? I mean, I'll do it.
I mean, try it. Worst thing you can do is blow up this place.
It will get us out of homework.
I trust that everything is going well, class. Every single time I step out of this room, I immediately get this preternatural sense that something is happening behind my back in this room. You have been given a sacred trust. I expect each of you to treat it well, to understand the duty of a wizard, and to respect the magical arts that you are practicing. Have you given up, Cortez?
No, I'm just thinking.
Your thinking looks very much the same as it did 5 minutes ago.
It takes a while to process.
I can only wonder if any of you will succeed before your time is up. Because what is time?
Running out?
Yes, that is correct. Time is running out. Ms. Oseo, you're being very quiet.
I'm just trying to finish this cycle.
Excellent, as was requested of you. But you're going over the same portions of that puzzle without making any progress. Is there a reason for that?
Well, I thought I was getting somewhere, but suddenly I'm only getting consonants, and it's not really legible now. It's just letters.
And what would you say to her regarding that particular part of the puzzle, Ms. Umbrella?
We had some words wrong. That makes sense.
We had some words wrong. Meaning you've completed your puzzle.
Yes.
Your lesson is complete. And yet, the rest of the classroom is struggling, unable to complete the task that has been laid before them. Are you paying attention? Are you truly watching the world around you and utilizing the tools that have been left for you? Was there something wrong with that candle?
It just was on the ground.
Why was it on the ground?
It must have fallen off.
Ms. Cortez,
Yes.
to the front of the class, please.
With or without my wand?
Always with a wand, Cortez. What is that?
Name tag.
Whose name tag? Why is it over there?
These are good questions.
Excellent. Let's get to the bottom of it together then, Cortez. Cast the truth spell on Umbretta.
Again?
It worked so well the first time, why would we stop?
Sorry. Carajo, carajo, carajo.
Try it again.
It's hard.
Magic is hard, Cortez. Did you think that it would be easy?
A little, I mean.
A little?
Harry had a good time with it.
Who?
Harry Potter.
Who?
You know, Harry Potter. You know the children's book about magic.
I do not read children's books, Cortez. I'm far too busy unraveling the mysteries of the universe. You and your Jerry Potter are of no use to me. Cast the spell.
Actually, sorry, I got out of my desk to talk to Nix and my name tag fell. I bumped it.
You got out of your seat.
Yes.
Apology accepted. Ms. Williams,
Actually, that was a lie. You see, there seems to be a spirit that is haunting the classrooms. It has been terrorizing Miss Giselle.
I haven't heard anything, or else I probably would have told you, since you're my teacher in necromancy.
so what Ms. Williams is saying is true. Cortez, do not try to sneak away. What you have said was a lie. Is that correct?
What Miss Williams has said, or what I have said?
What Ms. Williams is saying is true. What you are saying is a lie. Correct?
No, because I would have told you.
You would have told me. So who is lying here?
Miss Williams.
Cortez?
Yes.
Do you wish to weigh in on this?
I would keep my mouth shut on that.
Excellent. Mr. Endergroff, to the front of the class. With what? Cortez, you mistake me. You were not excused. Back up to the front of the class. What have you done to your robe?
I mean, nothing yet, but like definitely could use some customization. It's about like 3 feet too long for me. I think you get the memo. I'm small sized.
Mr. Endergroff, what are the 3 positions?
Attack. Ready. Defend.
Cortez, repeat.
Oh, attack, ready, defend.
Again.
Attack, ready, defend.
Can you do it as if you were not ordering a cheeseburger?
I don't think
Oh, is it lunchtime already?
my answer.
The positions, please repeat.
Attack, ready, defend.
Excellent. You will continue to practice these positions for the next 5 minutes, both of you. I'm not hearing you practice.
Attack. Ready. Defend. Attack. Ready. Defend. Attack.
It starts with
Ready.
breaking the-
Defend.
This is Hope, and this is Robin. Yeah. Robin or Raven?
Robin, because you need the I at the end.
That's how
So-
I figured that out.
I just kind of
Attack.
figured out what it should
Ready.
say.
Yeah.
Defend. Attack. Ready. Defend. Attack. Ready. Defend. It's best to look at your opponent when you're casting.
We're
That's
not
true, Mr.
actually-
Indergroff. What if he was an opponent?
He's always an opponent, but we're not actually casting.
Keep practicing.
Ready. Defend.
Intention.
Attack. Ready. Defend. 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 Attack. Ready. Defend.
Well, don't stop on my behalf.
Are you okay?
Attack.
I'm fine.
Ready.
Alright.
Defend.
Just thought you would have, saw that coming.
I did. Okay, thank you. And yet I still trip on it.
It gets the best of us.
So how's your puzzle?
Puzzling.
I see.
I think some of us are getting it.
You two can return to your seats.
Are you sure about that? Because, I don't want to get yelled by him.
I would not assassinate right now. Sit. For someone with so much color, you seem so blue.
Just a little tired.
I see. Why is that? You don't know. You don't know or you don't want to tell? Either way, I'm gonna find out. I see. And Nix? You are done, I see.
Yes.
Anybody else? Done?
Almost.
Have any of you seen Professor Crookson?
No, but apparently our professors have been getting messages.
Oh yes. Those messages. What kind of messages?
I don't. They look
So
like
you mean
no
to tell me that there are messages, but you didn't get the message?
It was just a
They
blank
weren't
piece of
read.
paper.
It's just a blank piece of paper.
Well, from
What
the
did I
books.
teach you about enchantment?
Not much, but that you can
Did
sit
I ask
through.
you?
You didn't direct it to anyone. I thought it was an open.
That's actually just looking at these two, not you. What did I teach you? Exactly. So just because it's a blank piece of paper doesn't mean that there's nothing on it. So tell me, what did these messages say?
The professor never showed us. They both had them up to their face. They had them up to their faces.
Ah, right. They're understood. Beautiful. I should probably find Professor Crookson. I have not seen him in quite some time. Interesting. Back row seems to be having some trouble. I'll be back soon.
I also haven't, been at my seat often to get anything.
So, what did you get for 2?
For two what?
Orange, what was it again? Orange.
Orchid.
Yeah. Orchid.
What was 7? Sucker or flower?
7, I think, was 5.
Violet.
Violet.
Violet?
They all start with origin.
Right, but it's
Oh, each of the words that describe it gives
Oh,
a message
shit.
to you.
that's why I was stuck.
Yellow.
Yeah. Got it.
So what was the whole point of this?
Oh, and also that's low.
Well, yeah.
I have tried to be very clear with all of you about the importance of these lessons. And I can't help but wonder if you've been listening. How did this course begin? What were you told? Hosea?
To see through an object just directly at its surface.
Is that correct?
Well, yes, we were talking about enchantment.
And how does enchantment affect us as magicians?
It's the connections.
As a spellcaster, Mr. Indergrav, how do you best utilize enchantment?
What's around here?
Why would that be important?
Because if you don't utilize what's around you, you might slip up.
Ms. Williams,
Yes, Professor.
have you been utilizing everything around you?
Yes, Professor, I have.
Ms. Oseo, have you?
Yes.
What about you, Cortez?
Oh, most definitely.
And how close are you to completing your lesson?
Fairly close, but I think my spelling sucks. So it's kind of a hindrance on my part.
And what if I told you that time was a very, very, very important commodity that is being wasted here, and that I am deeply disappointed by your use of it? What will you do when temporal magic is open to you? When you are able to travel the spheres and utilize, bend time to your will? What will you do then? Yes, Cortez.
Is that a rhetorical question, or do you want to answer?
I want an answer.
I would just take a bunch of naps, finally catch up on some Z's, maybe watch some Netflix, give myself more time on this homework.
Give yourself more time. Interesting. And where do you think that time comes from, Cortez?
I assume you'll tell me?
Everything has a cost. Magic is not free. If you take from someplace, something must be given back. You cannot cast spells and expect them to not have consequences. Do you understand?
Yes.
Excellent. Mr. Indergrav,
Yes, Professor.
do better.
Of course, Professor.
What did you do to him?
He doesn't like me because I don't practice necromancy like my family does.
So why don't you just practice necromancy?
It is pretty cool.
I'd rather not.
Is there any particular reason?
Magic has rules, and if you bend rules, you are stuck.
So then why do you
Necromancy
study?
isn't illegal.
I was about to say, if you're learning necromancy here.
There are rules to necromancy. As the professor said, there is a cost. If you ignore that cost, again you are stuck. And that is all I'll speak on the matter.
Alright. Tetchy, where did that wand go?
I don't know.
Do we know anything about the numbers down below?
Oh, it's telling you which one to look at.
So then, if we've got everything here, then we're set.
Yes.
Did this have anything to do with this?
No. But which one do we get in trouble again? if
Well, I
we
guess
don't
that was
finish?
purple and had grapes.
I mean, I figured you would want to answer me because if not, you get 2 demerits tonight.
Right, but I finished it.
Yes, but all of us have to finish it. So if you don't help me, then you get 2 demerits and we all get
No,
1.
no, no. I think what he said was if we finish it, if I finish it, I get. I don't lose the demerit. But if the rest of you don't finish it, you lose a demerit.
Do you want to test that theory?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's all of us that have to finish
I can
it.
get, you know what?
I finished it.
Yeah, let's give her whatever. Miss Kiss Ass over here, let's give her 2 demerits tonight.
I mean, we will also get a demerit.
Yeah, but she gets 2.
She's gonna get one anyways. Or she already got one anyways.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is he didn't say that I would get an extra.
That's that theory.
But,
Evening, Professor.
Evening.
Professor Uto asked me to check in on you. How are you doing?
Good.
Awfully quiet. You were bursting with questions last time.
I have a question, Professor, since there seems to be a misunderstanding. Professor Nouveau, at the beginning of class, said either I would get an extra demerit. Can you clarify it, what he said earlier today?
Professor
I
Simpson
cannot
was-
clarify what he said if you don't know what he said.
He
I
said-
wasn't there for it, now was I?
He said if we don't finish the assignments, either I, specifically, don't get, or I could get back my demerit that I lost, or the rest of them lose it. Does that sound like something Professor Nervo would say, or...
What did you say his name was again?
I don't remember. I don't really care.
Good on you. Honestly, the most bastardy version of it is probably what he said.
So all of us getting a demerit.
Well, I'm not letting you cheat off me. I worked hard. So did you. I don't think it's very fair to let others cheat off things when you've worked hard for it.
Alright, no one's saying you have to cheat. However, they might be heavily implying that you could perhaps help someone figure it out. You know, like a good upstanding citizen or classmate.
But it's not hard.
You know, I think she made her point very clear that she would rather have 2 demerits than help little me out.
What do you have trouble with?
Just in general. All of it. But it's fine, I could take a demerit.
Alright. I would like you to visit me in office hours after class, and we'll talk about this.
Can we also, you know what, never mind. We'll talk about it in office hours.
And that being said, my office hours are open to all of you. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to help answer them. Stop mouthing off in front of your teachers.
Is that to me, or is that to, like,
Who
in
do
general?
you think it is? Who do you think that I've been getting reports on? You're the one who's in my school of magic, which means I'm in charge of you and responsible for you. Illusionists already have not the best reputation.
Are we all like this?
What do you think?
Clearly we're the best house then.
You should stop saying that out loud.
Did you figure it out yet? Does it matter?
Yes. How did you figure it out?
All of the words, all
Both the top and the bottom start with Roji bit.
Okay.
Do you have that part?
Yep, I did. I just wanted to understand to make sure that I got everything.
And the bottom part is your key.
Yep.
You have all the information there. You just have to sit down and fill it out.
Yes.
Go
Same with
through
you.
each one.
You're going to give us all a demerit because you want to make a point?
Yes.
I have a question. Then why are you even here?
Why am I here?
Yeah,
I
why
kind
are
of
you
have
here?
to be here.
You don't have to be here.
I kind of do.
Why?
Are your parents making you?
If I don't, I go to a bad place. So I kind of have to be here.
Well, then wouldn't you want to try and stay here and not get expelled or drop out because of your poor grades?
I think 1 demerit should be fine.
All right.
Test the waters.
You know, you only have 1 mark in your book, so if you get a demerit, you have 0.
And it just goes back to being a normal person.
Then
Then
why are you
here?
get-
If you want to go
Exactly.
back to becoming a normal person.
Not what I meant. It just goes back to 0, but we all started with 0.
but then
already.
you would get kicked out of the school.
Would I?
Yes.
For 1 demerit?
For 1
Or
demerit.
no,
back
for
to
having
0.
back to 0, because then you're no longer magical.
But we all started
No,
off
you're
with
still
0.
magical. You're
No.
just not, you don't
We all had
get
one.
points in your school.
We all had one. We just had to figure out where it would go.
So would you like to help me?
You have all the
You have all the
information there.
information,
You just
yeah.
have to do it.
But it'd be so much easier if you just told me.
You have all of the information there. You literally just have to do it. I'm not gonna do your homework for you.
You're not doing my homework for me.
If I tell you, that's doing your homework.
You are tutoring me.
That is not tutoring.
Our tutoring is telling you that you have all the information you need to solve it.
But you're saying I have the information. You're not saying exactly like what that information is. I just see a bunch of numbers personally.
First number is which one of the 7 symbols. Second number is how far down you count. Great, you should get started then.
I guess I'll just take my time. Even though time's running out.
Are you also not gonna do it?
I am. I'm trying to figure it out.
You were just.
What?
Why are you here? Why?
Why are you here?
Because I have a point to prove.
What's your point to prove?
I'm a Williams.
Isn't this kind of... Oh, I guess it's an upgrade then.
What's this point?
Williams is a Williams. Why is that significant?
My family is one of the most known magical families in America.
I've traveled all over the world. I don't think I've heard anything.
Then you haven't heard of Abigail Williams,
So then are you a disappointment to
the
your
witch
family?
who started the Salem witch trials.
Oh, and got a bunch of
I-
witches killed.
No, got a bunch of
Question.
mundane
Excuse me.
killed.
So you said the first, how it worked is, can you repeat that again? Sorry,
The
I'm a bit
first
slow.
number
Uh-huh.
is which symbol to
Okay.
look at.
Okay.
The second number is how far down you count. If you're for such a fancy magical family, what are you doing here?
To prove a point.
What
What's
point?
the point?
That Williams are the best. Everywhere.
At what? Getting demerits?
I didn't get a demerit.
You already
You
got
just
a
did,
demerit.
Not yet.
You already got one for the
You're
boss.
trying
It
to
hasn't
lose
been
a
marked in my
demerit.
book yet.
You're trying to lose a demerit and you can't even remember what rule you're using. You're losing it by.
Because I followed the directions and used magic as the key to get a thing out of a box.
Did it help you get the answer to the puzzle?
Oh, not this puzzle, no.
The last puzzle.
No.
So, what was the point of it?
What did you even do with the key?
Oh, I have it.
Is it just a key?
I don't know yet. We'll find out.
Okay. Well,
There are many more days.
when he finds out that key is missing.
Yeah.
There are many more days in the year.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
That's true.
Did you try opening it again?
Yes, I did. Thinking that maybe there would be a key to this, but since magic is the key, I thought that was the point. But
Mr. Indergrove,
Yes, Professor.
you've made progress. Ms. Oseo,
Yes.
how is your coursework?
I think I finished.
And those of you on the other side of these viewing portals, are you certain that you have all of the answers? Ms. Umbretta, excellent work as always. Cortez, there's a startling amount of progress on your sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you understand that you have the ability to enunciate words in a way that brings them into full completion? Yes is a word. You may use it as you see fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good look for you. I think you should try saying that more often.
I will not. You're so close. I would hate for something to slow you down. But I have a question that I need to have answered. What is this? Correct. Ms. Williams,
Yes.
you are going to raise your hand and correctly answer the question.
yes.
While Ms. Umbretta is very intelligent, she lacks certain social skills, a certain amount of reverence for the rules, perhaps. And yet, Ms. Williams, you are very stringently adhering to everything that I say to you, unless there is no one else looking. And then you are rather devious in all of your actions. I feel
Again, Professor, I thought it was merely a part of the assignment. You kept pointing to the vessel and saying magic is the key.
Again, I find your theories fascinating.
Well, I have learned my lesson, Professor, and now I will constantly follow the rules that you lie down.
How punishing that will be for me when you follow the rules without question. Some of you couldn't be bothered following a rule if it smacked you in the face. Isn't that right, Cortez? To the front of the class with your wand now. What does this say on your short? Is this
I'm not wearing shorts.
fine? Your spell, when you cast it, what are the 3 positions?
Oh, attack, neutral, defend.
Correct. You may have your seat again. Mr. Indergrove,
Yes, Professor.
to the front of the class. What are the 3 positions?
Attack. Ready. Defend.
Excellent. You may have a seat. Ms. Umbretta. What are the 3 positions of magic?
Attack. Ready. Defend.
Excellent. You may have a seat. Ms. Williams,
Yes, Professor.
to the front of the class.
Of course.
What are the 3 positions of magic?
Attack. Ready. Defend.
Correct. You may have your seat.
Thank you, Professor.
Ms. Oseo, to the front of the class. How would you cast a spell to communicate with the dead?
Just like any other spell.
Just like any other spell. And if you were to cast such a spell, what would you do then?
I suppose I would ask it a question, like you had me do the last time.
And what was the lesson that you learned the last time you asked a spirit a question?
To be specific about what I'm asking.
Yes. Why would that be important, Miss Oseo?
Because necromancy is based on communicating, and you have to be clear with your communication.
That is correct. Do you see any promise in the arts of enchantment?
For me,
Yes.
not that much.
Why?
I'm just more drawn towards necromancy.
Just because you're drawn to one of the schools of magic, does that mean that it does not have use to you?
No,
What is this?
the 5 paths of magic.
Correct. Very good. You may have your seat, Ms. Oseo. Our professor today has worked very hard to produce something of importance for you, to teach you a lesson that will serve you on your journey as each of you grow into the wizards that we expect you to become. I understand that there have been rumors at the school. I understand that some of you are spreading them. I want to be very clear. What happens at this school is under my purview. I promise you that you are safe and secure here. You may not like me, and I do not care, but you will succeed. The only rumors that you need to concern yourself with are written down on the lessons in front of you. Do you all understand?
Yes, Professor.
Yes, Professor.
Do you all understand?
Yeah.
Cortez,
Yes, Professor.
you are on very thin ice. I suggest you step carefully, or Ms. Williams will not be the only one with 2 demerits tonight.
Which I have a Professor, I have a question. I raised my hand.
Fine, Ms. Williams, you may ask your question.
A clarification on that. So I have finished my assignment and it is correct. And
Are you sure it's correct?
I'm positive.
How are you positive?
Because it makes sense and otherwise there wouldn't be an answer.
Go on.
Anyway, if the rest of my classmates don't finish the assignment, do I still get the demerit? Or do I not get the demerit since I finished the assignment? there seems to be rumors spreading on that as well. And I just wanted to make sure that I got the correct information.
What is this, Ms. Williams?
The 5 paths of magic.
Your fate will be determined by the other 4 individuals in this room. We will take it to a vote. They will write on a piece of paper whether you receive 1 or 2 demerits. As I said...
You're changing the rules.
No, Ms. Williams, I am not changing the rules. If you haven't noticed, I make the rules. They will vote. That is assuming that all of you do not succeed. Time is running out.
Well, that's not very fair. If there's a weaker lamb, then that lamb should get slaughtered.
Sounds like
The rest of the lambs shouldn't have to bring up the weak lambs.
We're the one who asked. Well, he said we only vote if all of us don't get it. So should you have asked the spirit a different question then? I feel like if I did, he would have said the same thing. He was crying. Where did the wand come from? Spirit.
Maybe the spirit stole someone's wand.
That would be a very weird message to steal a wand. It'll help us and then drop it on the table.
And other students, perhaps?
Why? What use does a spirit have for a wand? I mean, you tell us. You were the necromancy student.
Are you doing your homework? Both of you?
Maybe. Maybe not. Or maybe I filled it out and it's all wrong.
You're not even trying.
Maybe I'm done. Maybe I'm not. Or if I was, since we have no proof until the professor comes in to say it's right or wrong, maybe I just filled it in. But let's get back to this weird thing over there. Do you still have the wand?
Alright, well. I don't know. Guess we'll just have to wait. What rumors was he talking about? I don't know. I have heard other students saying that there was a man.
Yeah, well, we all know about the man that was sleeping.
Well, there was a man that was sleeping, but they said that he was saying something about dead students. But I only remember a man appearing out of nowhere asleep.
Why wouldn't we think this school is safe?
Do you know what happened to that guy last class?
Well, he was asleep. Yeah, but do you know what happened to him?
Should we ask?
I mean, he was
You
dressed
wanna
up.
ask? Sure. I mean, it's better than just going off rumors.
I suppose. Did you get it?
I'm trying to.
They told you exactly how it's sold, though.
It's alright.
And we either both have it right or we both fucked it up horribly, so we'll find out. But you know, unlike the rest of you guys, I actually double checked his work to actually help him.
I mean, I checked your work.
Was it right? Did you bother to say
Yeah.
something?
You have all the pieces, like we said.
Then we'll find out whether we all sink or swim.
Well, we get to vote now. Considering, I guess.
How's it going?
Professor,
Victor, what is it?
can I excuse myself to the bathroom, please?
Go ahead. How's everything going? Here to babysit you all for a bit. Oh. Professor Uto takes her time.
I have a question.
Yes.
What happened to that man that was asleep at the end of the last?
I don't know. I wasn't here for that.
You didn't hear anything about it?
I heard something about it, but I never checked on it.
What did you hear?
Someone fell asleep in class. They took them to the infirmary. That was it.
Do you know if he's okay?
I would assume so.
Why did he fall asleep on the ground? Also, where did he come from?
I don't know who it was, so I wouldn't be able to help with that. I can inquire. If you're interested, perhaps you should go check with the infirmary.
Is time travel a thing?
Time travel?
Apparently, yes.
Some people say it is. I haven't seen it. I think there is people who can see into the future, but maybe not necessarily travel there. Or the past, perhaps. But back to your question about people. The person in question. Who was the professor in charge at the time?
The proctor was with us.
Professor Headmaster Moho. Okay. Well, you can ask him yourself. Or
Okay.
or I can ask inquire as well.
Alright.
I'm sorry, one.
Yes.
Ms. Cortez, did you have a follow-up question? Yes.
Can you explain the elements again, Professor? I had a little bit of a confusion with them, and I just was hoping to get it clarified again.
Which part?
The 5 different ones. See, I'm accustomed to the 4. Or was it 6? I'm not quite sure.
What do you think it is? How do you see it?
That there's water, earth, fire, wind, and then you said there was wood and metal, and
Certain flaws.
there must have been another one.
No, those are the only 2 additional ones in Chinese philosophy.
Oh, I see.
These are philosophically based. So, we'll go into more of it during my class. Is there something specific you want to know
Oh
about?
no, I just was hoping to get the whole rundown again.
Oh.
Especially when you draw it on the board. It's so lovely.
Flattery won't get you that far.
I have a question.
Yes.
Has anyone reported a missing wand?
Missing wand? Did you find a missing wand?
No.
No?
My friend was missing her wand.
Oh, your friend lost the wand. Well, I'm sure someone in the divination department can see about locating it. Actually, perhaps you should ask Miss Uto when she shows back up.
Okay.
How are your assignments?
Good.
Figure everything out?
professor did. He thought it was safe to leave it, all of it, in a classroom of
yes.
students.
Of course. So you're all done with all of your coursework. Should I summon Professor Uto? I should probably also go look for Mr. Professor Uto. I guess I don't.
You were talking about to me.
Yes, you have that technique, don't you?
I do. Yes, could you check on Mr. Costco? Thank you. So it seems like you are finished with all your assignments, no? You're gonna want to catch that. Ooh. So tell me, what did you find?
I believe after all of the looking at all of the different lines and through things, the correct answer was not everything is seen, but everything is felt.
I see. And so, what did you gather from this assignment? What
I
else
got
did you see?
the same answer.
What else did you infer from it, though?
Well, there was a continuation from last class of the use of the colors.
Right, G-Viv. And tell me, Miss Cortez, what about bright G-Viv, as we call it, or the light spectrum, do you get in correlation with enchantment?
Let's see, that they're similar because one has to do with masking things and the other one has to do with seeing through things, so that's why they go hand in hand.
Excellent answer, Miss Cortez. You are learning. I'm glad to see you back.
Thank you, Professor.
You finished your assignment. What did you learn from this?
So look past from what I see.
Impressive. And my stunning student Nyx, wrap it all up. What did you learn?
Well, not everything is seen, but everything is felt.
Exactly. It was a pleasure to teach you all today. I do hope that I see you sometime soon in the future. Or what have you. Oh. Something's not right. I'll be back. Thank you.
I was gonna ask if there was a way to track.
For what?
I was gonna ask if there was a way to track who that belongs to.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask too.
Well,
Thanks, maybe you could do some.
I suppose. I don't know what if enchantment can do that.
Maybe you could try?
I suppose. Do we need the spirit here though for that?
I mean, we have the wand.
I can try. I don't know how. What are we trying to do?
See where it came from.
Oh, was it mine?
Do you know how to
don't
do
think
track?
Oh, it is mine.
No. What was that?
Things are throwing notes at me.
Oh, fun.
You have quite a lot of notes there.
Plenty. I don't want to get caught with them. Bad things will happen. You know, we're passing notes. Though I guess it's not my fault that people keep throwing notes at me.
Has one hit you in the head?
Several have, actually.
I guess you just attract a lot of flying objects.
Maybe. Maybe that is the case. Anyway, did you finish?
Remember, you guys, we don't just specialize in one magic. We can do all the types of magic.
Hello, Professor.
Hello. You wouldn't happen to have seen a wand that's about this long? Don't tell any of the other professors that I just can't find it right now.
What else does it look like?
Well, usually I deal with alchemy, so I don't necessarily need the wand, but it's never a good idea, especially with what happened recently, to be without a wand because you don't know.
Are you alright, Professor?
Professor.
Is he possessed?
Can you use some rose clover? Remove spirit.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Are you alright, Professor?
That's quite enough, Calvin. Go rest. You're tired.
Yes, I'm very, very tired. Thank you. I owe you.
I don't know. I look at each of you, and I don't know. Are you who I think you are? Are you capable of the things I believe you to be capable of? Mr. Intergraph,
Yes, Professor.
do you feel as if you would like to join us at the front of the class?
Sure, Professor.
Bring your wand, please. What is your family's preferred school of magical choice, Mr. Intergraph?
Necromancy, Professor.
And yet, you have chosen geomancy, is that correct?
Yes, Professor.
Why is that?
I'd rather not follow in my family's footsteps, but in my own, Professor.
Ms. Oseo, your family does not traffic in necromancy, yet you have chosen to become a necromancer. You may have a seat.
Yes, Professor.
Is that so?
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes, Professor.
your family is very highly positioned.
Yes, they are, Professor.
If you could be at any school, would you be here? Answer honestly.
Yes, Professor, I would.
Interesting. Dude Cortez!
So,
I am not amused, but I am intrigued. You have no lineage that would even express the amount of magical energies that you seem to be able to control. You have already caused great amounts of damage to the mortal realm. And yet you are here, treating this like an ice cream social. There is no ice cream, Cortez. You're the most confusing to me, Ms. Umbrella. You show the greatest promise. You are very intelligent. You work very hard. You have completed your coursework time and time again before any of the others. You have followed rules. You have thought outside of the box, and you have proceeded to do most of what we have requested without fail. But I have to wonder, are you capable of withstanding what is going to happen very soon? Each of you are going to be tested beyond the boundaries of what any normal individual would be able to withstand. Your minds will be stretched and challenged. Your very beings will be pulled apart strand by strand, and you will be left to answer the question, are you able to not only survive, but thrive in a torrent of magical energies? I believe in this. Are you all finished with your coursework?
Yes, Professor.
Have you? Yes, Cortez?
Oh, I thought we were all gonna say yes or no. Yeah, I'm done.
We already know that you're finished.
Yes.
You've all completed your coursework. And now the question is it correct? Have you compared your answers? No? Because that was what was requested of you, correct? What is the first answer?
Not everything is seen, but everything is felt.
Is that what all of you have?
Yes.
This is excellent work, Mr. Indergrav. Same for you, Ms. Oseo. Cortez, well done. Ms. Williams. Excellent. Yes.
Thank you, Professor.
You've all been given an opportunity here. Why are you here? Would you like to answer first?
To learn.
You wish to learn. Why are you here, Ms. Oseo?
I wanted to do what I want to do. Not what my family wants me to do.
Freedom. Mr. Indergrav.
To follow my own path, and not the ones that my family set for me.
You seek to be an individual. Ms. Williams, why are you here?
To uphold a legacy, of course.
We'll see. Cortez,
Do I have to answer?
I think it's important.
I'm here so I can stay out of jail.
What is this? Ms. Williams,
The 5 paths of magic.
what was your instinct when I did this again, Ms. Umbrella?
To answer?
But what were you going to do before you answered?
Raise my hand.
And how would you raise your hand? That is correct.
Guess we know where it's from now. Should we give it back to him? Or I was going to, and then he got possessed.
I think it's a good thing you didn't give it back to him.
Really?
I mean, you just saw him get possessed, but if you actually used that thing on us?
Well, yeah, I wasn't gonna give it to him while he was possessed.
Did you say it's good to have a wand what just happened or something like that?
Yeah, with what recently happened. It's not good to not have one with what recently happened.
What recently happened? Well, I mean, besides him getting possessed.
Well, that happened after he said that.
Good job on the coursework. I knew you could do it.
Thank you.
Jesus.
You're welcome. I think that the spirit is trying to set your homework on fire.
I'd like it not to.
Do you want to try and ask it another question?
We can just remove the spirit and talk to him about it.
Maybe its help is that it wants to be released from this world. That's a good point.
Well, the point of necromancy isn't to be rid of spirits, it's to understand them. I want to understand it.
Why don't you ask it its name first?
What's your name?
Is this spirit just like to steal wands?
I don't know.
Have you finished trying to understand it?
Where did you get that wand from?
How could we help?
Help. What's your name? I might do something stupid. I don't know.
Does it want the wand?
Rose, Daisy, Clover, release.
Horo Jasper. I'm student here. I was a student here. Something happened.
Final decision, dismiss! This isn't over.
Professor, did you want me to end the class?
I'd rather the rest of the eyes not see what's happening next. We have things to talk about, students.
Oh, alright, right away. As a reminder, students are not to summon spirits from other planes without faculty guidance. Possessions and poltergeists are a serious drain on school resources that could be better used in the purchase of new equipment and textbooks. If someone you know is attempting this most reckless act, you may report it to the Dean of Academic Affairs. Your anonymity is of course assured. It's only through your efforts and vigilance that we can keep our campus pest-free. See you next week, and please remember to turn in your assignments. Good luck, students.